Hey guys, welcome back. Today in this video, we're gonna build an app by using SwiftUI and Realm Flexible Sync for data persistence over device and cloud. So I would like to start with my Xcode. So here it's our code that you will see. We have a SwiftUI project and we have only adding the Realm dependency here, and also we have two simulators. So our target will be building this app that you will see we run it in two different devices, and when we do any change in each side, it will go and affect in other sides. So for example, I'm gonna update this one to medium. You will see right away this change in medium as well. Also, I have my data in over cloud that we can easily administrate our data with one user-friendly admin tools. So yeah, let's go back here and do some tests with the app, because this is gonna be our target, and at the end of this series we will have this project. So here you will see we can go over data and update it. For example, I'm gonna make this test request. You will see as soon as I change in other sides, it's change as well. Add 10 here and update, and here you will see when I all my change will become over here in backend as well. So yeah, and even I can delete, and as soon as I delete it, it will delete in other side as well. And this how will be our and you know, you will see I change status of my request. So overall this is a kind of library for you send requests to borrow a book. And yeah, let me just add one new request as well. So test for example, test request number 3 with low priority. It will come here. I can get it to the assign, or I can change priority on it, and this will be very fast and synced in over all devices. So this is the second device. I can do change here and have it in the my other device, and also in my cloud. So yeah, this will be what we will have at the end of this series. So let's go and start with making an account over MongoDB. So I'm gonna Google MongoDB, and I'll go here the roots. I can start, so I just say yeah, start for free, and here I just use my account, my Google account. I already logged in here, and accept policy, submit, and here I start to build my account with MongoDB. This is free forever. I will have 512 megabytes data, and here I can create a database. So I build a database, and here yes, free forever, and when I get happy with this, I'm gonna extend it. So yeah, I'm gonna create, and here I can say where I want to have over AWS, cloud, or Azure. So I'll go by AWS, and This is my cluster. You will see 512 megabit storage. And later, anytime you find that your business can run and afford it, so you can go and get better servers to make your business real. And here it's options that you can have backup, even avoid termination. And here your our cluster name, I just name it a test cluster, because we're gonna work with this a lot in this. So test cluster, and yeah, BySQL. Oh my god, vehicle. Okay, and here I can create a user and password. So yeah, I type a user, test user, and password. I should use the special character. Let me try something simple. And yes, I almost have everything ready. Also, yeah, I'm gonna add my current IP. That's I be able to administrate this. So here I will have my cluster ready. And also you see how fast I made it. Also, I can make an app service which is raw, and later I'm gonna config this app service for my app. So here you can say build your own app, and this gonna be test cluster. Gonna use test cluster as a data source, and my application name, I'm gonna change it to test app. And again, I can say where I want it. I'm gonna go same over AWS, and single region. We can make it a global region as well if you like, which is about the data transfer between servers. So this time we are using free tier, so we are good. So yeah, I made my app, and this is some guide that's I'm gonna you can go over it later. Okay, so I made one cluster over Atlas, which is our MongoDB, and as a test cluster. There's no collection yet. I'm not gonna make it now. Here you will see how easy I make it with my app. And then here I have one app service under MongoDB that helped me to set up my app to be my cloud for my SwiftUI app. So let me go back to this and just we will review, and in next part we will go over details. So here you will see we have one main function that starts our SwiftUI, and over this we're gonna go content view, and in content view we're gonna go by request list and also add and some space which make our this part and this list, and a spacer that push this up if the this data being small, fill this part. And yeah, then we will have some view. Also we will have one service to do our own. It's very easy to go app, and yeah, in next part we will go over it. Hey guys, welcome back. Today in this video, in part 2 of a series for Realm data persistence, we will make our SwiftUI project and also connect it to our Realm over Atlas. So yeah, let's jump here in Xcode and start to building our app. So a new project, app, SwiftUI, Realm, flexible sync, interface SwiftUI, and language Swift. And yeah, it's gonna be creating with Git. Then later we're gonna push it to GitHub to share with you folks. Okay, so I start with my structure of the app. So I am gonna create a directory for services, and I am gonna create a directory for models, and I am gonna create a directory for view, I think for now we are good. So I move content on top as well, and I start from model. So in model I start with one file, Swift file. I name it request. So this is gonna be my request model, and here I need to add first okay, so here I need to add my my Realm Swift, but we don't have this yet. So what should I do? I just come here and I just say add dependency, add packages, and here are search for all. Yeah, here I have Realm Swift, so I select this and going to add. Just keep if you couldn't bring it, you need to look for this GitHub Realm hyphen Swift, and then here I'm gonna add it. So this maybe take a few minutes to get in. So while it is getting in, let's see what else I can share with you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go over my app services over Atlas that I made, test app. So first of all, you can get name of this from here. Just when you tap it, you're gonna get this app. Later we need this ID, and we gonna come here and do it. Also we here also we need to go to device sync, and over device sync I'm gonna create my sync, because this sync gonna be a way for me to connect. So in device sync it says no thanks. Yeah, okay, sorry, I missed this message. So it said you can generate it manually, but I'm gonna generate it by my code over Xcode. So here I can start. So flexible sync, and let's go and see how's going on with this. It's still continue. So yeah, come back here, and here I'm gonna enable my developer mode at the beginning because I'm gonna fetch my models and my schema from my app. I'm gonna build my models there, and then I'm gonna use smart dev mode to get those and add it here. Also, I need to select one cluster, and you have test cluster. If you remember, we made it in the previous one, and database. So we don't have any database there, so I'm gonna add one new database and name it here by the name of my project. So SwiftUI Realm Flexible Sync DB. Okay, so I'm gonna create this, and finally here select create a query field. Okay, so from by default gonna be ID, so let's go by default, and here it's a template. So permission. So for now I'm gonna give all permission, then later you can change this. For now I'm gonna user can read and write through data, and this gonna be my rules. So I can enable my sync right now, but I keep it right now, and when I made my models I'm gonna enable it. And even I can enable it now, then later you will see that. So now this is enabled and waiting for our app to connect and build it. So still this one getting this, so I'm gonna go also here. It's just here pay attention to the messages here. Also this one say you did not deploy. Yeah, let's do and deploy. So any change we do, we need to deploy here. If you don't want to do that easily, you can go to deployments and turn off this draft. So any deployment you will see here, and here you can go to configuration and say actually not enabled. Interesting. Okay, yeah. So now we have our device sync enabled. So this one listening until our app connects and tell it what's the model. So let's go. After we add that one, then we have, after we download this, so you're gonna check mark both of this, Realm and Realm Swift, and add packages. So then you will have those here, and here when I'm going to import, just type Realm, and I will have Realm Swift. Okay, so here I'm gonna create a class. This class I name it request, and this gonna be an object, but I want to be identifiable to have an ID. So here I just say at persisted, sorry, and as a primary key, which is true. So this one gonna be my primary key, and variable underline, which means be private, local variable, and so object ID. So again, add persisted variable title, type of string, by default empty, default value empty, and add persisted variable status, type status, but we don't have a type of status, so we will make it so dot new, we will make it, and we can use it here. So I have to do priority as well, so let me add those status and priority and then come back. So here I'm gonna create another file. I name this file status, okay, and here again foundation, and import from Swift. This time it is gonna be enum status string, raw value gonna be a string, case iteratable, and persistable enum. So I will have 4 case, one of them gonna be new, raw value, new. So I will have 3 more, and assigned, and returned. And lost. Okay, later we made all enum, so we can use it, but later I'm gonna add 2 function here. Let me make it now. So inlineable public mutating. So let me change this function, let change value inside it for toggle. So I want to make a toggle, special toggle for this enum, which what is doing is gonna get switch self. So gonna get one status, and or depend on that status is gonna do case dot, in case of new, then I'm gonna change self to dot assigned, and in case of dot assigned, I'm gonna make myself equal dot return, and in case of returned, I'm gonna make myself dot lost, and in case of lost I'm gonna make myself dot new. So we make a circle by this toggles. We just need to add toggle there. So yeah, I want to make another function here as well. So this function gonna be get system name. So I'm gonna use an icon for each. So you know, I want to say, okay, for this status, return one system name. Then I'm gonna use it as to you know, again, so self again, and here I'm gonna say, let me cheat from here. I just copy this to save some time. Okay, so this one gonna return a string. So all I need to do here, I need to say, okay, return here. I'm gonna return one SF icon name. So book dot circle person dot circle square dot and dot arrow dot up dot circle and trash dot slash dot circle dot fill. So this function gonna return a string depend of the self. So you may say, what are these? You know, if you remember, we have SF symbols. So here with SF symbols, you could find any symbol that you like and use it. Each one has a name, so you can use it in system name. Okay, so I made a status. Another one enum that I'm gonna make is gonna be priority. I'm gonna use it in this app. So yeah, priority. Okay, and again in this one I'm gonna make an enum. So I'm gonna import from Swift. I'm gonna import SwiftUI here as well because I need color here for this enum. So okay, I'm gonna enum priority raw value gonna be a string. Also I want to be sub for case iteratable and persistable enum. So case low or with raw value low. If I don't put anything, it's gonna pick up this low with a small l. So medium. and hi. So for this one, I'm gonna make a function priority, sorry, background, which return a color. So switch self case dot low return dot gray case dot medium return dot orange and case dot high return dot red. Okay, so now I have this one, so I come back here to request. So now status here will be fine, and also I'm gonna add priority here. So add persisted variable priority from type of priority default value low. And also what else? Yeah, I'm gonna add notes. So yeah, let me add notes here as well as so import from Swift class notes, which is an object and identifiable. So here at persisted with primary key variable ID from type of object ID, and also persisted variable text from type of string with default value empty. Okay, now let's come back here and now add that one here as well. So variable notes, I believe, yeah, let's give it, so because it's not going to be only one note, could be more. So this one will be one list of type note, which is equal list note. It's going to be an empty one. Okay, so now we have all models made. So we jump to Ceres. Okay, in Ceres, I'm gonna create a file I can name it realm manager, or I can name it realm service. So I name it realm service. Okay, so I make this one again. On top I need to add import realm Swift, and I'm gonna create a class of for realm service, which is an observable object to be able call it or inject it inside each class we need. So here I make an app from type of app, because I have Swift, it's accepted. That's the role. And I'm gonna make properties. So property gonna be published variable realm from type of realm. It's gonna be optional. And I'm gonna make a static constant shared, which is realm service. And I'm gonna make published variable user from type of user. This can be optional as well. And published variable configuration, which is a realm configuration, an option. So I'm gonna make a private initializer. So right away you'll say, yeah, this is a singleton pattern for this. So self dot app equal app ID. So here we get app ID from here. So we'll come here and yeah, this is our app ID. We're gonna get it and bring it here. Okay, so now let's start our main actor. So yeah, property main actor function initialize. This is for realm. Async in case of not going, we want to true errors. Okay, first of all we need to do authentication. So I just say user equal try await app dot login credentials. So my credential gonna be credential dot anonymous. So I just go anonymous user for now. But later we can add more user and make it more specific, but for now we want to go fast and shorter video. So yeah, here I just say okay, my configuration equal my user, which is an optional, so it's gonna be flexible sync configuration with initial subscription. Yeah, so I'm gonna get here. Okay, here, so it's a sync subscription set. We can name it sub. Okay, and here we will have our code. So what we do, we just say if let's, I don't need output, but I want to make sure this is wrapped is optional. So sub dot first named, okay, I name it all requests. If you could this unwrap this, and also you could unwrap sub dot first named all nodes. If you could do unwrap these two, then we can continue, so we can go ahead. But if not, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna say okay, subs dot append query subscription results name but I don't want to add query, just go by name. So all requests, this one. Also I'm gonna add another one, full all nodes. I think this one, we missed one parenthesis. Okay, so I believe we are good with this one. So at the end of this, before closing, I'm gonna say rerun open true, and finally I just say my realm equal try explanation, so it's gonna force it. I don't like this, it's better if we use optional, but later we're gonna wrap it. So if you want to use your app in production, make sure to unwrap this, not force it to be unwrapped, because it's not good and you may your app broke. So configuration, I'm gonna go by this, and so configuration, we unwrap this as well. These are not good, we need to do it in proper way, and we say always. So we should be fine. So I just get error here in subs, so I just said else subs dot append query subscription request Oh, sorry, here this one is run requests, and this one gonna be notes. Okay, now we are good. Okay, so we made our Realm service. So now what we need to do, we need to go to Swift main file. So here I am gonna, on top of this struct here, and I'm gonna say, okay, add state object private variable Realm service equal Realm service dot share, because it was singleton, so we have access to instant of it. So in word group, I'm gonna, let me see if I can embed embedded, yes, embed this in VStack, and here I'm gonna say if let configuration equal Realm service dot configuration, also let's Realm, if you remember, they both were optional, so if I had Realm dot Realm, so if you could if I could unwrap these, then I can call my content view with environment object not environment object, sorry. So environment, only environment, and then I'm gonna go by root and then path Realm configuration. We just unwrapped it on top, and this one configuration, and also environment. So key path from root dot role. So this is in case of we could unwrap this, but if we can't, so we need to go by else. No, we're not gonna go by else. We just add task here. So in task we just say try await Realm service dot initialize. So this is the task we do. So this one gonna call contents. So if I run this app, I will have a empty page, but I believe it's gonna make my model in my app services over Atlas. So let's run this, see if I can compile it. So it's gonna go on iPad touch. No, I'm gonna go by iPhone 11. Let me see which one I have open. So iPhone 12 Pro Max. So I'm gonna go put in iPhone 12 Pro Max and then run it. So after this get compiled, it's gonna run it over there, but it's gonna be blank screen, but here we will have some activity. That will be interesting because you will see that automatically this gonna be joined to our realm. Also create model schema over there automatically, so you don't have to manually make your schema. You can make your schema from from your clusters or database if you have, but in this way we're gonna make it from here. So here you will see, and let me open this here to see messages. So here we will see that sync connect session begin processing pending bootstrap, and change set 1 originate, total change set 0, and then connection integrates change set begin processing integrate change set. So I believe it because it's twice because of the request and note. So now I will go to my role. I come to my here, and I should be fine, but let me go to schema, see if I this made my schemas. Yes, here you go. I have my notes here and I have my request here. Also, I'm curious to see if it made for me my collections. So let me go and browse collection in my cluster and see if I have anything here. Not yet, because there's no data, but there is database, I believe. Database 0, collection 0. So not yet, because we didn't push any data yet, but we have a schema. So yeah, now we have our app almost ready to start to add our view parts and functionalities. So I'll do that in the next part, in part 3. Thank you for watching. Please watch the next one as well. Thank you. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back. Today in part 3 of realm data persistence, we will work to finish our series, and in this video we're gonna mostly work on view to add, save, edit, delete functionality to our app. Also have full sync between devices and backend. So yeah, we go to our Xcode, and here under view we start with one Swift file, SwiftUI view, and we name it request cell view. Okay, so this cell gonna be our cells of our list, and so what we need here, first of all, I'm gonna I believe I need to import realm here. So realm Swift, we need that here. I believe even if we don't need it, we're gonna check it out later. Okay, and on top of the our struct, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add request that we will pass to this struct from type of request. And also we add our environment variable from with root role, and we name it variable role. We need that because we want to get request and work on it. So here, instead of this hello world, I am gonna place my navigation link, and inside navigation link I place request notes and updates view. And here gonna be request from type actually we will get the request as well. So this is only the link on top, and we will get error here, but don't worry, we're gonna declare this one later. And also we need to mention label for that. Navigation link, and so that label gonna be one H stack, and it's gonna be image system name, and then my request dot status dot get system names. So now we know, we understand why we declare this function. I'm gonna go over it. Let me finish this part. So here, and then I'm gonna say on tab gesture on this image, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say okay, let's request to update equal, let me close this part to have full size of screen. So it's got equal gonna realm object of type of request self for primary key request dot id. Okay, so for this one, when we get this role, then we're gonna try, we know it's optional, realm dot write, and here we're gonna say okay, request to update dot status dot toggle. Okay, we can go by this, but I like to remove these parentheses. We don't need them. Yeah, this is better. Okay, after this image, I'm gonna place my text, and inside that text I'm gonna show my request dot title, and after this text I'm gonna place an spacer to fill space, and finally I put one text request dot priority dot raw value. Okay, and for this one we can make it add padding 6 pixel everywhere. Also we can add background. Inside background we need to give a color, so I'm gonna say request dot priority background. So this is gonna give it the color of the background, depend of the priority, and then foreground color gonna be white, and then finally clip shape round rectangle corner radius, I just say 10, and style I'm gonna say continuous. Okay, so we done for this file. The only remain is this one. We're going to declare it later, but I want to go over this. So here we say image. Yes, if you remember, we declare this function. This function get self, and then depend of that return name of one system image. Same as it's this one return color, and this one gonna do toggle, and what it's gonna do is say, okay, if it's new, make it assign, if it's assigned, make it required log, and create next view, which gonna be our request list view. So inside this one, first of all, I'm gonna import Realm Swift, and here I need to add my environment variable from path Realm. Yeah, we don't need this dot, yes, and so variable, actually we can make it private as well. You know, the rule is that we make everything private unless we need that somewhere else for being better you know, developers. So object, so we, yeah, observable, not results, yeah, not object, observable, actually observed. This is one of the realm. Property wrappers, when you import Realm Swift, you have it. And so here I'm gonna, it's gonna be from type of request self, and the variable gonna be request, and the result from generic result from type of request. So inside the body, we gonna make our list. Sorry, I made a mistake. This gonna be results, and yeah, this gonna be request. Yeah. So yeah, here I make my list, and inside my list I'm gonna start with one for each loop from status. So first of all, I'm gonna make my sections by all cases of status. And for ID, I use path dot self, and here I just say, okay, my section, small s, in. Okay, so here I will have my sections, and for each one I'm gonna say, okay, one section, and inside this section I will say if my requests dot filter dot filter for first argument dot status. If this one was equal the section, and this after this filter it was empty, then we will put a text which say no request. Even if you want to make it bacon, we can say no backslash section. I believe section dot draw value. Yeah, let's later we're gonna take care of that. Okay, so here my status, I think misspell. Yes, yeah, that's why I got this. Okay, so this one, okay. So after this, if it was not empty, what's we gonna do? So if it was not empty, then we will put one for each again, and this time our for each gonna be this filter, and ID gonna be ID, and so again I'm gonna say okay, request in okay, and so what here, yes, here now the cell that we create gonna be working here. So we put our request cell view, which asking for, sorry, this request coming here, and we don't need to pass raw. And for this one, for each of them we can add on delete as well. So on delete index set. So we say okay, index set dot for each, and yeah, this one again gonna be index, and for this index I'm gonna say okay, let request equal requests dot filter. Yeah, again that filter. So let me see here. Yeah, you know what, I should have no, we are good. So this one, yes, this should be requests. So it's not only one request, and here we will have requests. So yes, okay. And so for this request filter, that we have this one. So our request gonna be index of this filter, because we're gonna loop it. We did loop it, and yeah, here we pick the index, and for this index, what I'm gonna do, I will wrap wrap this. So I will say, okay, guard let request to delete equal realm dot object type of request dot self for key request dot id. So we're gonna go by discard, otherwise we can return. If we couldn't wrap it, but here yeah, so this is not used yet. Yeah, I'm gonna use it, don't worry. And so here I'm gonna say delete all nodes of selected request. So not only I need to remove requests, I need to remove nodes as well. So again, here I have to make a for loop. So for nodes in request dot nodes, for all of this I'm gonna say try realm dot write, and here I just say realm dot delete node for me. And finally at the end I will say from requests remove for me request to delete. So now we use that one. So we are good. So we can add header as well. So question is header sitting where? I will tell you. So after section, so I'm gonna go here and say header for this gonna be a text section dot raw value. Also, I need to add for my list, I believe this is, sorry, this is for the list. Let me make sure. No, it's not for the list. So yeah, this one here, I'm gonna say okay. Dot list style dot plain. Okay. And yeah, I believe I'm done here. There's no error. Yeah, we got a good error, I believe, because well, yeah, we missed one curly argument, curly bracket here, and I'm gonna click option I. Oops, sorry. Control I, yes, to make this reformat for me. Okay, and now after this, after I make my list, I can add. I have three more to add. One for note. Okay, I'm gonna add one for add view and one for notes. So I'm gonna go and say okay. Add one file, SwiftUI, and I'm gonna name this request add view. Let me add the others as well to don't get errors. So I'm gonna add another file, SwiftUI, and I'm gonna name this request edit view, and SwiftUI request note view, and oops, not group. I'm gonna delete that. So this is gonna be request notes and update view, most probably. Yeah. Okay, so I'll go to add view and start from there. So yes, import from Swift, and here I'm gonna say I need one state to one private variable by the name of request name from type of string, and default value gonna be empty array. Also another state, private variable priority from type of priority, and default value we can say medium. Also let me get this, yeah, let me type it, observed results request dot self variable requests from type of results generic and for request type. Okay, so now I jump to my body of this view, and so this gonna be VStack, and so for this vertical stack, I'm gonna on top I will have one text, and so for this text I'm gonna add requests, and for font I'm gonna use title to be big, and I need one text field. That's why I put that state wrapper, and for this text field what I need to one placeholder, so I just say enter request, and I need text for that, which will be my request name. And for this one, for text field style, I use rounded border, and also I put one picker to let us for priority to pick up from selection and put it in priority. So this picker gonna select between this for each, so again priority dot all cases, and ID gonna be root from self, and yes, so here gonna be yes, so I'm gonna go here, yes, and here I just say priority in, and here I'm gonna provide a text for priority dot raw value, so they can pick up from priority. And finally here for picker I need to add picker style, which is segmented. Okay, after this I put one button. After this picker I put one button, and this button do an action, so which is let my define one request, and this request equal request, and for this request, I'm gonna add values. So for title, I'm gonna say title equal my request name, and I'm gonna say status equal new. So new stat in new request, so start from new, and request priority, I'm gonna say get it from priority. And finally here I just say my requests dot append this new request for me. And when I done, what else I need to do? I just need to make my request name empty and my priority set to priority equal dot love. Yeah, what was my priority default value? Yeah, so medium. So let me make this law as well to be the same. Okay. And yes, for this button I need a label. So for label I just say text save, and this one gonna be framed with max width. So I'm gonna remove all of this and I just use max width infinity. So get as all width of the screen. So is this max width? W should be capital. Okay, and yes, so after this button I need to put my button style, which is border prominence. And yes, so then also I add padding and background. For background I'm gonna say color dot gray dot opacity 0.1 to make it light gray. So yeah, this is done as well. The only error I have here is from priority. Yes, this one should be capital because we're gonna get it from the model, from the enum model. Okay, so request list, actually request add request add view is done, cell is done, list. So I believe we can do edits as well, and for edits gonna say import Swift actually realm Swift, and here on top I say I am gonna put observed, I believe, realm object. Observed realm object, variable request, and at environment variable role. I'll make this one private as well. Also, I'm gonna add one state variable, private variable, note text, I believe this is extra. Yeah, we don't need note text. If I need it, then I'm gonna add it. Okay, so here, yes, I start from one VStack. So this VStack get one text. So this text gonna be update request and so font gonna be title and text field enter request text gonna be my request dot title, and this one text feed style gonna be rounded border. Then one picker, again for priority. Let me get it from here, maybe save some time. And then one button after that. So this button, let me put label for it as well. Okay, so for button, again we do action. So what is the action? First of all, we gonna guard, actually unwrap our requests to update. So this guy gonna be our realm dot object from type of request dot self, and key gonna be request dot ID, otherwise return. We can print something that, for example, cannot update in console, and then return. Yeah, always when you unwrap it, make sure to give some hint in console, then later it will be help you, to find out if something goes wrong. Okay, here I'm gonna say try. I use optional. I don't like to use force, rights. And for rights, what we do, we're gonna say, okay, our request to update the title equal our request dot title, and this will be for other two fields as well. So status and priority. And for this one, I'm gonna say, okay, yeah, this gonna be a text, say update. And yes, a frame, max width gonna be infinity. And after our label, I just say my button style gonna be dots bordered preeminent, and our navigation title gonna be update and add notes. And finally, I think I can add padding here. Okay, so we're done with this. So this priority, we got error on it. So because yeah, I should get this from request. I missed this request here. Request dots. Okay. So we are good. Actually, here we just need to put the request. Okay, put it. And here for request, I use this. So for request note view, and we do same routine. So import realm Swift. Also on top we do our injections. So observed realm objects, which is our variable requests that we pass to this when we call this view, and also our environment variable, which is from path realm, and it's private variable by the name of realm. And also I'm gonna here we need that state private variable by the name of note text, because here we gonna add and edit notes. And from type of string, and default value gonna be empty. So for body, I start from one vstack, and this vstack start with my text, which will be title as add note, font's gonna be dot title, and also I will have one text field. So this text field gonna be for enter note, and for text we use our state variable that we declared, which is a binding value, and so it's gonna be no text. And for this text field, I'm gonna use text field styled rounded border. as again. So here I can add my button. So my button gonna be, and this button need a label. So for button I put one here. It's gonna be action. So I'm gonna say, okay, let nodes equal one initial node, and then I'm gonna say, okay, this node dot text will be equal to my node text. And finally I'm gonna go, okay, go from request, get the nodes and append this node to that those. So append this node there. Okay, and yes, and finally after all of this I need to clear. So I'm gonna say my node text equal empty. So here I get error. I would like to know why. So node text, yeah, this here I'm gonna mistype. Now the status, state, S-T-A-T-E. Yeah, here. And yeah, for label I am gonna use text. So as it's obvious that it should be save notes. And I'm gonna use frame, sorry, not font, frame max width gonna be infinity, so gets all width of the screen. And here at the end of my button I can say my button style gonna be same. And but this is not gonna be end of my VStack. So here before ending the VStack I am gonna add a list. So this list is gonna be list of current nodes for this request that we navigated. So here I'm gonna say for each my request dot nodes dot indices to be able to show it. So ID gonna be root of self and index in what. So here I'm gonna say, okay, let's no, just a second. Yes, I'm gonna create my nodes here. So I just say nodes equal request dot nodes, this index that we are, and I put one h stack here, and in this h stack I will show a text. This text will have backslash, here I use my index +1. So I just add 1 to this index to show it, because we know indexes start from 0. And for frame width gonna be, I just add a number. I usually not do that, but let's do it to keep it simple. So 25 there, you know, plus, I mean in 25 on 25, and background, I add orange, foreground white, and for clip shape, rounded rectangle, corner radius 6, and style continuous. Just the number of the nodes, and then here we show the node. So node, the text gonna be node dot text, which I keep it normal. And here in this list, I want to add the possibility to delete as well. We try to make very complete, as complete as possible. So you can edit, delete everything, and yeah, I believe this on delete gonna be on for each. So here, how I found it, because here it didn't give me that offer. So on delete, what I want to do, I want to do it by this way, or let go by this perform and keep it simple. So here I just say, okay, my requests dot nodes dot remove. That easy could be. And also I need to add my list style plain, and also I put padding over my VStack. And yes, we done. Just here we need to add our request as well, which is the which I pass it on initial index. So and then I will go to my request node and update this guy, and here my job will be easy. So what I need to do here, I just need to show one VStack. I forgot from one routine. First of all, I need to import Realm Swift. Also here I need to add my observed realm object variable, which is the request, and this request. And here I just show my request, I believe edit view, yes, and request, and then I'm gonna show my request node view. Yes, padding, and here request I think we're done. Yes, we just need to go back in content view and put guys here as well. So here I'm gonna say import round Swift. Then I'm for my body. So for body, I'm gonna say in my navigation view, because I'm gonna navigate to add note and you know, edit request, and here restack, request, add view on top, request list view, spacer to fill space at the end, and also navigation title, which gonna be requests, and finally padding. Yeah, so we are good now, I believe. We done everything. Now let's run app. Actually, let me go to my you know, control panel of app services. If you remember, we made it in first video, and here I can come to device sync. Still development mode is on. It's okay because I didn't change anything. I did my change and everything is got here, but I keep this open, and later when I had a run, I'm gonna you know, make it yes, here I missed request again, and so I'm gonna run it. It's gonna build it, yes, successfully. I'm really interested to see what I will have here in console, and also how will be my app. So here in console, yes, here we go. Cool, we done it. Let's go to my app services. Here in data service, in collections, if I browse, you will see now we have requests and notes added here automatically. And when I go to my device syncs, make sure to make your development mode off after this, and also, you know, for rules, you will use one simple rule, because we don't have any user now. So you will see read and write both true, and rules are empty. Default rules gonna be this. And yes, I'll go back to my simulator. So I have run this on iPhone 12 Pro. Also, once I run it in iPhone 11. So I'm gonna run this again, so to have to see, you know, how will be my syncing speed, and also how it will work. So I just say yes, add first request 01, low, and save. So yeah, here you see, you know, I saved it right away, and I have it here as well. So, and I'm gonna change it here. Just say okay, I make it medium update. You will see right away I have here. And beautiful part is when you go to backend, you can go to logs, and you will have all transaction here, you know, log from all what you did and what your users are doing. So you have control, and you know, monitor, you can monitor everything. And here in I'm gonna, there's no note, but there is one request that you will see it, and even you can change it here. Let me change it here and see how it will be. So I am gonna make this, for example, 0 0 0, yeah, 1 0. I add 1 0 and update. So right away in my simulators I will have that change. Let me go back here. Yeah, and also here, for example, I'll go, another user goes and say, okay, I want to add one node 1 for request 001. Here we go. And I'm gonna say node 2 for request 002. Here you go. You can enjoy from one app with minimum possible coding in backend, also in front end. Even we didn't do actually maximum of our job, mostly we done on review. Other than that, the only part we did was this realm sync that we wrote, and you will see it's just few lines. So you kind of you have a very easy job now with realm and data persistency over it. And of course we can go and check, for example, add request 02 low, request 03 high, and here I can go. Actually, I noticed something is missing here. That image, I should have it. I don't know why it's not here. Let me go to my cell and see what's going on here. Image. It's not showing up there, and interesting. There should be one image that we can click and send this to the other status. So this image is not coming. Let's see if this one. What do you think I was missing? So let's see, image system name, request status, get a status name on tab gesture. So let me rotate this to see if, no, that's not from. Wait, so book circle, yeah, I think, you know what, this circle should be small. But what about the other two? So square and arrow dot of the circle dot circle. Okay, let me save it and run it again. So yeah, here you go. So the problem was that that circle was big and this not was showing there. This one is old version, so it's still not working. And here you'll see when I clicked on this, it will change it and it will be sync over there right away. And here I can do it. So here you go. And yes, this is how easy you can work on this. And what else I can say here, just also I want to show you something extra here, that plus logs, you will have opposite side. So for example, if you go to Realm SDK in Realm model, from database offer you how your model will be look like. Also you can even go on triggers. For example, we can say if any change happen in any field, do something. And yeah, I believe yeah, that's this is good for this video, and I hope you enjoy the video. Please make sure to if you like it, make sure to thumbs up. Also, don't forget to be subscribed. Have a good one. Bye bye.